We're at Animate, Florida, the Fort Lauderdale Convention Center. It's a great event, and you never know who you're going to meet. And look at this, David Sobolov. Now, I gotta say this, the voices that he does, it's amazing the work he does. I'm going to show you some of the stuff here that we have at this booth, and it's just interesting when you're looking at, there's Lobo, just the voices. It's incredible with the voices that these people are able to do. And whoa, wait a minute, it's Drax, Guardians of the Galaxy. That is so cool. He actually does the voice of Drax. Pro wrestling fans out there, you'll know Drax in the movie, Batista, WWE superstar, alum. And I'll tell you what, there he is!
Hello.
Very good to see you, David. Thank you so much. All right,
Thanks.
So tell us a little bit of the backstory of how you were able to get this part to be the voice in the animation in the series.
Well, in the series Guardians of the Galaxy, we actually preceded the series with guest appearances of the Guardians on various Marvel shows, and it was way before the movie. So I actually couldn't use David Batista as a reference at all. We kind of had to go our own way. And the producers of the show call them feel-alike, so it feels like the character, but we have our own story, our own adventures, kind of a little bit of a different thing.
Your voice, it has that deep, Batista has the deep voice, you also have the deep voice. So it's interesting too that the voices, even though it wasn't like one playing off the other, are sort of similar.
Yeah, I guess in the end they kind of were, but it was kind of happenstance, I think. I'm sure the producers knew. They knew what they wanted it to sound like, but all I'm really doing is kind of taking my natural voice and kind of flattening it out a bit and making it a little more aggressive. You know, I would say, I am Drax the Destroyer. He talks like that.
How did you come about landing that role?
Well, just like any other actor, it was an audition process. When we actually went into the series, we had done these guest shots, as I had said, and all the other actors ended up being replaced. And with the exception of Michael Clark Duncan, of course, who died, unfortunately, he was the original Groot. And then we ran into the series time, and they had me re-audition for my part. And that was very secret. They brought us in. We didn't even know what we were auditioning for. They gave us an envelope with the character, super secret stuff. But luckily, I ended up getting the role, and we're just about to go into our second season.
Where can people see this now? Because you said it's in the second season now. So
it's on Disney XD.
And with doing this role, what did you think of the movie version of it, and have you ever got to meet Batista?
I have not gotten to meet Dave Batista. There's been several times when we've gotten close. We were a few feet away from each other at Comic-Con in San Diego, but they couldn't deal with the security logistics to get him to me. I'm sure it's going to happen at some point. The movie was great, amazing, and there's a second one coming out in May.
Give us some of the social media info so people want to check some things out that you're doing.
Sure. If people want to get in touch with me, David Sobolov, my Twitter is @VoloBoss. It's my last name backwards. My Instagram is the same. And I also have a David Sobolov fan page on Facebook.
David, how did you get started in this? And it's interesting when you talk to actors and actresses, and you are an actor, when you talk to actors and actresses that you've seen in film or theater and how they got involved, how does a voice actor such as yourself get involved in something like this?
Well, it was kind of a complete accident. I was doing theater, and people heard the deep voice, and an agent met me and said, "You should do villains." And I started, this is back in the 90s, and pretty quickly I did RoboCop, I did Beast Wars, very fortunate to be cast so quickly. And that was in Canada, and then I moved to Los Angeles, and of course, big pond, you have to kind of start over again. So I kind of worked my way up there, and it took me about 10 years in Los Angeles, and then things got really solid.
What do you like about doing Drax?
I like that Drax doesn't know that he's funny. You know, he doesn't understand it. If it isn't literal, he doesn't get it. And he actually really does have a kind heart. And in our show, we do some things that are a little bit off character, like he loves to cook. There's things like that. He loves corn dogs. There's all these things in his character that you wouldn't expect. And you have time to flesh that out when you have 26, 52 episodes. You know, now we have the second season coming up. It'll be 52 episodes total. There's a long time to tell a story in that. Go in a lot of different directions.
You said you enjoyed the movie, it was great and everything, they're going to have another one. What did you think about Batista? And do you watch it differently since you're a voice actor, or no, you're just like a fan watching a movie?
No, I mean, I approach voice acting like actual normal acting. You know, the character voice is really the last thing that I throw on there. It's really about coming up with the character, his life, telling his story, and I thought Dave did a great job. You know, he was perfect for the role. say really, he is Drax.
Thank you so much, David, for taking the time.
Yes, sir. Good to meet you.